What's up guys, in this video I'll be comparing Atlantis with Hellscape to see which one is better. Wait, why was there copyrighted music? You know what, I don't make these videos for money anyways. Just subscribe, that's all I'm asking, and I'll make more content like this. Anyways, enjoy the video.
Judas, 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 Gaga.
Oh shoot. No idea what that was. So let's go back to the video comparing Hellscape with Atlantis. No, we are not doing this again. What we're instead gonna do is we're gonna compare them with M1 strength, ability strength, peak potential, most consistent, easiest to use, best clear times, and also rarity, so how easy it is to get. By the way, it's not going to take that long to compare all of these aspects of the weapons. And starting off, we have M1 strength. I said I was going to try to keep this short, so I'm going to try to explain this as quickly as possible. So, although Atlantis is a greatsword and swings slowly, it still beats Hellscape, even though Hellscape is a scythe and has medium attack speed. I'm not going to go into all like the M1 damage, like the bleed chance, the frost damage, the crit, and how fast it attacks. But just know that Atlantis does have better M1 damage than Hellscape. And like, it's not like per swing, it's like overall. So that is 1 point for Atlantis. And next up is ability strength. So not just how strong the ability is, but how well the ability works. So for the ability, we're going to start with Atlantis. You just summon a wave and you can move backwards to stall it. It follows where you go. If you move left, right, forward, backwards, it'll mirror that basically. And I will show you the tech to kind of like take advantage of that, or really just make the most out of it, because if you don't, it really does not have a fighting chance against Hellscape at all. What you're gonna want to do is ability and then just dash twice, so then you can push enemies towards you and also hit them at the same time. And that's basically the best you can do with the Atlantis ability. Now Hellscape is pretty different from Atlantis. So your ability, you just pop it and you just face whatever you want to hit. And it's probably the best ability in the entire game because it takes absolutely no skill. Just look at whatever you want to kill. And then to add on to that, it does double the damage that Atlantis does for its ability. When they're like both max level, both having their best possible enchants, Hellscape still does double what Atlantis does. And yeah, it's just a broken ability with insane amount of value for like zero risk, because you don't even have to be close to your enemy. You can just shoot it from here. You can even just like run around, run away from your enemy while you're doing tons of damage to them. By the way, you can still dash around, jump, parry, do all that stuff while your ability is active. And you also gain the shield. Hellscape easily takes the spot for ability strength, and now they are tied up. Now for peak potential, it's going to be the weapons with everything they could ever ask for. The best enchants, best build, all that. And while I'm like going to show it, might as well just tell you what they are. So the best armor is going to be Raven armor with magnet and speed. Magnet 3, speed 3. Obviously max level. And then for Hellscape and Atlantis, they're going to be using the same book. You're going to want Overhead 4, Smite 1, Wind Gust 1. I don't have Aerodynamics 4, but it should be Aerodynamics 4, and then Stamina Spirits 1. So the peak potential for Hellscape is you just keep spamming the beam ability, and that's basically it. But for Atlantis, you can do something pretty cool, which is something I'm going to try and show you. Of course, in game, it's going to be way better because you'll actually have like the exact build you want. This is just kind of like a budget build or like budget showcase of what you could do. Basically, you can just keep spamming your slam into the ground. And if you remember, Atlantis has the highest M1 DPS in this entire game. So when you pair that with this, you get the highest DPS possible in the entire game, and it just melts through all the bosses. I tried this on Korth, like, oh my gosh, Nightmare Korth, by the way, got melted in like 10 seconds, bro. And then also, by the way, the build, if you want to like do the constant slamming thing, all you need is Recovery 4, and then you need a ring that has reduced cooldown. It's a reduced ability cooldown, because this takes advantage of the Raven Armor's second ability, which lets you glide, and then when you slam into the ground by M1ing, then you deal like AoE damage. Atlantis wins this one and is now back in the lead 2-1. For the most consistent, it's not even close. Hellscape just takes this win way too easily. I could hit probably every single dummy in here using one ability. Let's try it. I basically hit every single dummy here with one ability. And if you do this, like, what this shows is you can do this in a room, and essentially every time you pop your ability, you get a free room clear. By the way, I'm saying this with like a reasonable level of Hellscape and reasonably good enchantments. I don't want that one person in the comments going, well, my level 1 Hellscape can't kill everything in Nightmare World 4. Easily, Hellscape takes most consistent, and now they're back at even 2-2. For easiest to use, I would really love for you to take a guess. Would it be the one where you have to use your ability, double dash behind the enemies to pinch them in between your ability and you? Or is it the one where you pop your ability and everything in front of you just dies? If you chose Atlantis loses, you're correct. Hellscape is now up 3-2, and we only have 2 more categories left. For the best clear times, I played them in World 4 Nightmare at max level and the best enchants possible. And then I also did like multiple runs, like 5 runs each. So after those 5 runs, Atlantis gave me 9 minutes and 30 seconds as the best possible run. Like, I got all the enchants I wanted. Maybe you could hit 9:15, but I really doubt it unless you find some like secret tech with this weapon. However, for Hellscape, it got 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and I didn't even get the best possible build yet. So it could probably pretty easily hit 7 minutes if you get the best build, which is Recovery 4 at like as soon as possible. Like, you just get 4 recoveries at the start of the game. Now, Hellscape has already won, but let's continue because I want to rub some sea salt in the wounds. So let's look at the rarity. The only place you can currently get Atlantis from is World 4 Nightmare with a 7.2% chance to drop when you get a legendary. This is the rarest rarest weapon that you can obtain currently in the entire game. While Hellscape has a 10% to drop, and you don't even have to play Nightmare, you can just play Heroic, although it does have a pretty low 4.9% chance to drop. So with this comparison, Hellscape 5, Atlantis 2, obviously Hellscape is the winner. If you think there's like some things I should be comparing that I didn't, please put it in the comments, because I'm probably going to make more videos like this, especially if there's like a huge debate on which weapon is better. And with that, Hellscape wins over Atlantis by quite a bit. And the video is actually not over. I want to explain some stuff in the video. If you understand the reference on the right, don't put it in the comments. I'm trying to keep it spoiler free, and if I see it in the comments, I'm gonna remove it. Anyways, while we're on the topic of spoilers, spoiler warning real quick. If you don't want to get spoiled, just like skip forward 20 seconds. This is for like if you're an anime only. Basically, this video is heavily based on the Sukuna versus Gojo fight, and it kind of helped when I saw this comment by Bacon King 27. I was like, yeah, that is really true. However, we don't even need Prime Hellscape to beat Atlantis. Hellscape, after like what, 3 nerfs that were pretty substantial, already like making it like what, 20% worse, 30% worse, it still beats Atlantis, which is kind of crazy. Now, one last thing to go over. Why does Hellscape call Atlantis a scrapped vaulted? This is because Atlantis was created before Hellscape, but it wasn't released to the public. And then it was supposed to be a vaulted, but it got turned into a legendary instead. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Turn on notifications. Use code INFER when you buy anything with Robux, minus game passes, because unfortunately you can't use my code for that. What else? Or like anybody's code for that, actually. Join my Discord server, and also if you have my creator title, like #1 Infer fan or Infer fan, you can join my Discord server, make a ticket, and you'll show up at the end of my videos like this. Hold up, I forgot to say, see you in the next one.